This is working. I am using. Good morning. I got a new timer that just started, so we'll start again. Good morning, everybody. I do hope this is working. I apologize that I look like a boomer the way that this is set up with all those black bars on the side, but I'm still trying to figure out what the right program to use is, since the program I had been using seems to have stopped working. So, anyways, today I'm going to draw a comic book classic character, Usagi Yojimbo, who is a samurai rabbit. And, yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah. Anyways, I got other stuff I gotta get working on, but I think a good warm up's what I need. Get in here. So, if you never heard of Usagi Yojimbo before, um, brief history on the character. So, if you're familiar with the work of Sergio Aragomez, which probably not, he had a long-running series called Gru. And Gru was lettered for a long time by a very talented artist, comic book maker named Stan Sakai. And with the connections of Gru, he started self-publishing his own little book called Yojimbo. This was right about the time Ninja Turtles was kind of breaking out. Kind of one of those weird coincidences, because, like, they both kind of developed something somewhat relative. Although he lives in a world that's full of, like, anamorphic um, uh, warriors, so a little different than the Ninja Turtles. Not, I have not read nearly as much. I've read a little bit here and there, but and it's also been a while. But I recognize good stuff when I see it. But I first, uh, because of the certain similarity between uh, the respective properties, they actually did do a comic book crossover with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Usagi Yojimbo, which is a lot of fun, right? And then when Ninja Turtles got picked up, I mean, they, trying to bring all their homies with them. They got a Usagi Yojimbo action figure made, and he even guest starred on an episode of the series. Recently, my daughter was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the one of the newer shows. They were doing another crossover with Usagi Yojimbo, which is exciting. And they've just announced they are developing, and I think soon will be dropping a Usagi Yojimbo animated series. So this will be a lot of fun. When the idea came to me, I was watching Comic Tropes, and he did a Men in Black episode, and mentioned that the original artist of Men in Black actually did some work on a Usagi Yojimbo sketchbook, and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. What if I would did something for Usagi Yojimbo like that? I mean, I'm not a fun cartoonist like Stan Sakai. My stuff's a little more realistic in ways. So I started thinking about the Michael Zulli run on the original Ninja Turtles. And if y'all are familiar with that, he drew the Ninja Turtles like nobody's ever presented them before. The closest thing, and it's not quite as elegant as his, but the closest thing was the terrible Michael Bay Ninja Turtles. But there was a beauty in what Zulli was able to do, and so I'm kind of hoping that I'll have a similar type of beauty aesthetic that Zulli brought to the page. At least that's my goal. Plus, I just thought this would be kind of fun. Who doesn't want to draw samurai rabbits? You know what? Why don't I make this black? So on my docket today, I need to finish up the movie poster. Um, just found out like late last night as I was going to bed, the legendary activist Frances Crowe passed away. If you're not familiar with her, I literally just saw her a few weeks ago. Um, we were both at a event about uh, several activists and professors discussing kids in cages, and myself and our mutual friend Emily helped her get to her car. So, or the person who was giving her a ride. Um, being 100 years old, she had some mobility issues, but I was also smart enough, unlike the other people helping out, that like she will ask for help when she needs it. But yeah, so like I said, I'm a little sad about that. I didn't know her very well, but she'd show up. Gee, no, you know what? She was also at the. I also saw her at the even more recently than that, at the nuclear missile ceremony honoring the victims of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, which is how she initially became a peace activist. She has been a peace activist since the 40s. So tomorrow, I'm going to try to put together like an audio thing to play while I draw, telling you all about her life, um, which is also on my docket. So I got a bit of a full docket today. And I do want to apologize for the for the way that this is being presented. Um, I am still trying to figure out the best way to broadcast because, like I said, the app that I was using. I'm not going to say that DU Recorder is a terrible app or anything. They just moved everything behind the paywall, and then it's kind of stopped working. All right. I'll make this a little bit more sketchier. Really make my work kind of contrast against what Stan Sakai does. I love. Oh man, he is such a clean cartoonist. I was always kind of surprised that he never he for like um, earning some bread, he never turned to like Archie comics or anything like that, or at least not to my knowledge. Because like his stuff would actually look really nice in for the classic Archie stuff, but he just had this clean, cartoony style, and it was gorgeous. I remember a few years ago, I was at a convention, and somebody asked me to do a sketch in their sketchbook, and which is always an honor to do. I absolutely do love that for people who actually care and are interested. And you know, I thumbed to the previous page before mine, and it was a Stan Sakai, and I'm just like, oh, we're gonna be so disappointed when they flip the page, man. To see me, but still, it was an amazing honor to even be in the same book as him. Got my issues with Miller, but I still have some respect for him as a artist, as a creator. Just might not as a human being. But he's also very complicated and nuanced, and I don't want to be, leave that judgment out there of just, hating him because he's an insane racist. He did apologize for his horrible book. Whatever you do, folks, do not read Holy Terror. Read Usagi Yojimbo. Through this long ago enough where I don't even remember what some of these details are in here. But what? but one of these days I'm going to do a super detailed version of an actual 19th century woman samurai at some point. Kind of work on the armor and explore that. Try to capture the textures because I mean, like samurai armor is fascinating because you got the wicker, the bamboo, the silks, the metal, all interplaying with each other, the shadows, um, the psychological warfare. And I mean, like you see these big sleeves that Usagi Yojimbo wore. Part of the reason for that is that way it hides his arm movement. What's going on with my pen? Oh, okay. I'll charge that in a bit. But for now, we ain't charging. Because you know what I'm going to be doing for lunch? Charging up my pencil. Let's see, how's this looking so far? That's looking like a samurai rabbit. That's good, because that's what I'm going for. We just might have to do that. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Little Bay Part 2, which I have not seen yet. At some point I imagine I will watch it. It looks so bad. Then you got Green Arrow as Casey Jones. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Sergio Aragonés, he is fascinating. Like I said, Stan Sakai works. What is happening? Works with him as a letterist. Which is super cool. And, well, Sergio Aragonés got his start from Mad Magazine. He had immigrated from Spain to Mexico and then from Mexico to the United States, and started working in the 60s for Mad, and developed a comic called Gru that was published from different publishers over the years, with Mark Evanier as his longtime co-writer. And Stan Sakai was always the letterist. Maybe not always, but a good chunk of it for many, 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 many years. In fact, they still work together. Which is good, because, I mean, that kind of adds a certain continuity to the whole thing. There's a good episode of Comic Tropes on Sergio Aragonés. He has not done one on the Usagi Yojimbo yet. Though I imagine with the TV series coming out, he probably will. You know what? I think I am going to do that. Come on, come on, come on. Ugh. Okay, I might not do that then. Anyways, as you can see, I gotta clean up my photos. Alright, people. I think this might be good enough for now. I think, yeah. Let's give it one more shot, see if it actually downloads. You leave an image alone for like 2 seconds on here. It goes right to the cloud. And then when you need it, it don't download. Okay, now it's actually downloading. There we go. Come on. Can you download faster? Oh, it looks like 1/8 of it's downloaded. Come on. Let's get to a quarter. 1/4 of George Washington's head. Half of George Washington's head. 3/4 of George Washington's head. All of George Washington's head. Well, they might be giant songs a little faster than this is downloading. Should I have this prepared before I started, like I usually do, because I know this takes a few minutes. It's not very exciting to watch this. Come on. You're almost there. Yeah, almost. Come on. And there it goes. Go here. We want white. Pencil. All right. There we go. That's not looking too bad. There we go. That looks pretty good. This done right here. And here we go. Look at that. That looks kind of cool. And you know, the beauty of working digitally like this is it's okay to color outside the lines because it's easy enough to come in here and clean up. All right, see, erase this. Looking better already. taken care of. Yeah. Dare say this is a pretty rad Usagi Yojimbo. The highlight right there. There we go. Well, I hope y'all like this. This was certainly a lot of fun for me. Um, you know, I kind of kept the background simple, but I thought it kind of pop a little bit like this, and it sure does. So if Stan Sakai actually is watching this, that's kind of amazing. Thank you. Thank you, everybody else who's watching. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you for letting me warm up with y'all. I apologize if anybody sent messages and I didn't see it. Um, I'm sorry. Trying to working on getting a new system here. So until next time, go out there and make some art. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.